I'm Carl Gitchell of Carl Gitchell Communications. It's pretty easy to add text and other effects to pictures with today's basic picture editing programs, and you can have a lot of fun with it too. Download and install Paint.net, a free image editing program, and get ready to wow people with some simple yet sophisticated image tools. First, let me show you some outlining tools I use for a lot of how-to demonstrations. If you want to direct attention to a certain part of your image, select a color which will stand out within the image. Bright red is my usual choice. The bottom of the Tools palette has a number of options you can use. You can make lines, circle enclosures, and rectangles. You can always click Edit and Undo to back up and start over. Now, let's build a simple website header. Let's start with a background image to set the header size. Open an image which is at least 1000 pixels wide. Use the Rectangle Select button and click and drag over a rough area a bit bigger than header size. Copy this grayed area, open a new file, OK the file size notice, and paste the cropped portion of the image. Now, define the exact header size. Click Image and Canvas Size. Uncheck Maintain Aspect Ratio. Enter the height of your header. Decide if you want to anchor your crop to the top, center, bottom, or one of the other available choices, and click OK. This is the base for your header. The next part is the secret to managing the effects on an image. You are going to add layers. Think of layers as the transparencies you could overlay on an old-fashioned overhead projector back in school. It allows you to edit the elements of your project without starting over from scratch. It's a big time saver. I'm going to add 3 more layers for this project. Double-click on each layer to rename it to avoid confusion. I'm going to leave the tropical picture as background and name the others text, logo, and poster board for the other functions I plan to use. By the way, when you see the checkerboard pattern on these layers, that means that area will show up as transparent on the final output. Next, arrange the layers in order of importance. This determines the dominance of each layer. Make sure your top layers have plenty of transparent area so the other layers can be seen underneath. My order will be text on top, then logo, background, and poster board. Now, uncheck all the layers except the one you want to work on. I want to play with the background first. You can use the gradient tool to fade the background image to blend with other elements. Click the gradient tool and select the basic linear option. Make sure you are in transparency mode. Click from the side where you want the image to appear the strongest and drag it across the palette. Now uncheck background and check poster board. I'm going to use this layer to fill in the area I just faded out on the tropical picture. Click on a color you like, click on the paint can tool, and click the poster board area to fill it with that solid color. We won't do it here, but you could play with the gradient tool on this layer if you wanted. Now open a logo file like I have here. This is a separate new file you'll be adding in to your header. I want to put it in the image, but I don't want the green background, so I need to work with it a little first. Click on the magic wand, reduce the tolerance to about 30%, and click on an area of the background. Whatever the wand highlights, you can hit your delete button to remove. If it takes out too much, like on more complex photographs, undo it, reduce the tolerance, and repeat. Now click Image and Resize. Check the Maintain Aspect Ratio box. Make the image height equal to or less than that of the header file, and copy the result. Go back to the header image. Make sure the only box checked is the logo layer and paste the image in. You can click and drag this image around within this layer as long as it is the only one checked. Uncheck everything now except the text box. You can use one style of text per segment, so click on the Text tool. Select a font and a size to work with and type in the title you want. Move it around with the icon to your liking. For a subheading, make another click with the Text tool in another spot. Adjust the font, size, and color. Type in the subhead and use the icon to position it. Check all the layer boxes to display everything you've done. Click File, then Save, then make sure you save it in the Paint.net format, PDN, so you can go back and work with individual layers in the future. To make this a header you can upload, click Save As. Give it a unique name to keep it separate from the editable project. Choose to save it as a JPEG file. Click Save. Scan the preview to make sure it looks the way you want it to. Then OK and flatten. The effects I've shown you here should give you a great head start on making some pretty nice projects of your own. Good luck! This has been a presentation of Carl Gitchell Productions. I hope you'll have as much fun using your new skill as I did cutting the video. If you need a hand bringing your message to life through video or audio, drop me a line, give me a call. Operators are standing by.